Esports in Division 1.1. It's going to be an exciting matchup, and today is also a special day. It's Wednesday, and it's not only Wednesday. It is the 1st of April. Seems like we have rebranded to the European Community Championship, and I think that's a very good decision by them. At least I'm very proud of that decision. But anyways, let's crack on. I'm here joined by Machtfish.
Yeah, that's
He's
right.
gonna be supporting me with the color casting.
Hello,
And,
everyone.
yeah, and I'm Lion, your favorite chonker caster, whatever. And I will be doing the play-by-play. But first, Mark, what do you have to say about the teams?
I mean, it's pretty much a different start to the season. ILV Sky Blue had a rocky start, losing both matches 3-0, clean sweeps. But they were playing against the top half of the division, so they're looking to make a comeback here to get the season on a good start. And the main team of ILV Esports is just looking to expand on their good start. They are currently 2-0, I believe. It's going to be interesting, definitely.
Yes, definitely. I always love an underdog story. In this case, should be Sky Blue, but it could go both ways. We have seen that before, where Team Nitro Omega, with their, I think it was they were 0-2, and they beat the #1 spot, DSEA Red, in their respective division. So I'm excited for what this matchup is going to bring us. All right, but we have to go move on to the predictions. Mark, who do you think is going to win this one?
I'm going exactly for that underdog story. I think Sky Blue's got it. Their teams obviously know a lot about each other. That's going to be helpful for them. Maybe they can adapt their playstyle accordingly and just eke out a victory. I'm going to go for 3-2 to Sky Blue.
All right. I myself am just gonna go against you, and I will pick Irrelevant Esports, the main team. I think I know a bit. I think I know Maki at least. I've seen that name pop up a few times. I'm just gonna be a true ranked warrior and go off their MMR, and I will pick Irrelevant, the Irrelevant Esports, the main team. But anyways, the teams are ready, and I think they just want to. They are ready to battle it out, prove themselves who is going to be the next, the better relevant esports team in Division 1.
Yeah, everyone in the lobby, we're all good to go. So let's get this match started, I would say.
Yes. All right. We have Relevant Sky Blue on the blue side, and the main team on the orange side, which is obvious because they are the blue team. Now Teddy is looking to clear the ball, intercepted by Mackie. Serenity will take that corner. There is VX, misses the ball, and Teddy will try to shoot it on net, but not quite. It's a bit of a slow start.
It's a slow start, but I like that Sky Blue is putting on a lot of pressure right now. They broke out of the initial pressure from the main team, but are now trying to set something up for himself.
Yes, that's right. Now his VX tried to get it over Daddy, but he's quick to it. And this ball will be put into the midfield. Serenity gets it over one. Now VX is looking to start up this attack. Verky gets it over one into the back wall. Maki shots just high, and Verky will try to keep that pressure.
Great control there from Daddy.
Charm. Oh, that shot is quite wide, and Serenity almost puts that one in. And now Irrelevant Esports have to try to get out of this defense.
Lucky escape there. That definitely should have been a goal for Sky Blue team. Relevant Esports hang on. Maybe they can get something on the counter attack here.
Yes. Now Maki. It's blocked by Serenity. Ferky will try to keep that pressure. Oh, and a bit of a 1-2 right there. Maki is blocked by Daddy. Daddy will try to put this one middle. Charm puts it to the backboard. Serenity is up. Now VX tries to shoot it on target, but Daddy is ready for that shot. And it's still not, it's still a bit back and forth. There hasn't been any real threats. It's still 0-0. And here's a double commit.
Yeah, as you said, like no team has established a lot of pressure on the either side. They're just booming the ball back and forth. They need to be looking for one another a bit more.
Yes. Now Serenity puts it into the corner. Mac is blocked by Charm, and VX will pick that on up. Now Maki on the wall. Tries to put it middle. Verky wasn't quite sure if he wanted to commit for that. Daddy.
Dangerous commit.
This up the wall.
Dangerous commit from Charm there as the third man, but his teammates rush back in time, so nothing comes of it for ILB.
And you can see Irrelevant Esports on the orange side. They are trying to get physical as VX. Them was another teammate on the sky blue side. Daddy tries to find Charm. Charm will get that over him. Now it's just a matter of time. But they got lucky there. Charm off the back wall. Daddy couldn't get the read. Serenity is trying to keep this pressure out.
Now the most important thing for the Sky Blue team here is to keep the solid rotation, to keep the pressure on, and as I say that, ILV, the main team, is decent on the counter-attack with the demo as well. Good transition play from the main team.
And this is what I was talking about. The orange side, Irrelevant, they were looking for this demo, trying to clear up the space in the goal. And here they get a goal out of it, which puts them one goal ahead. Charm to the corner. Nobody there to follow it up. Feels like Sky Blue are still a bit too hesitant on the passes and connections. Charm.
I mean, they are also struggling with the demo play coming out from the orange side, the main team of ILV, because they're tactically getting rid of the second man in rotation, so they can't. ILV Sky Blue can't really put any pressure up.
Oh, and that's a big overcommit from Serenity, and that's gonna put Irrelevant in a really good spot for his counter attack. Maki tries to get it over one. It's quickly blocked by Serenity.
Daddy there just booming the ball upfield. He didn't look for his teammates there. He had a lot of space to work with.
Serenity will have to struggle with that 15 boost. He tries to keep this last pressure going. Serenity will put this one high.
Bumped by Daddy under the goalie. Nothing will come of it.
And that's gonna be a game one to Irrelevant on the orange side. It's been a bit back and forth, and Irrelevant Esports on the orange side, they managed to ramp it up with their physical plays, and they got a goal out of it, while Sky Blue was kind of hesitant on their attacks.
Yeah, just overall too hesitant on the plays. And then mid-game, the ILV team tried to go for the demo plays. They kept working, and Sky Blue didn't have an answer for it.
And we'll see if Sky Blue will pick this one up in the next game. They definitely could notice at least the physicality coming in from the orange side. And that's something they could be more aware of. And if you look at the scoreboard, they definitely have had their chances, but they just couldn't get it through the defense.
Yeah, there were some great last-ditch efforts from I think VX TX on one occasion, where just flew across the goal and just saved a shot from Daddy, I believe it was. So they definitely had the chance to Sky Blue. They now need to try to get the accuracy on point and convert on them.
Exactly. Now in game 2, we're gonna see if Sky Blue has what it takes to put them ahead of the main team.
Another demo from VX. Like keeping up the demoing.
Now Serenity will take this dribble. Flicks it over one, but that's saved by Mackie. Verky will put this downfield. Daddy has the boost to work with. Goes up the wall. But VX is there. And Serenity will put this downfield with an amazing air dribble. But the pressure doesn't stay there. And now they quickly have to go back to defense.
Verky with that solo play just took out the entire Sky Blue team and put it mid for VX, who couldn't convert on the chance, but still just all of them committing onto that wall play by Verky and just getting rinsed by him.
Now Charm didn't have the boost to work with and follow up the touch, but now here's Serenity looking for that pass midfield. VX will clear that away. Bit of a double commit on Sky Blue side. It's something they would most likely like to avoid if they want to keep Orange pressured.
Again, the double commit on defense. They're panicking a bit. I feel like their comms need to be a bit cleaner there.
Verky will put that shot on net, but that's saved by Serenity. Good reaction speed.
Now Daddy taking out his third man. Net open, but nothing.
Mackie put a shot on net, and that will go in favor of Irrelevant Esports. 1-0
and it all started again with that demo onto Daddy as third man. His teammates Serenity and Champ already moved upfield, and then on the 2-on-1 situation, Mackie puts it away.
And we'll see if Irrelevant Esports can hold on to this lead. Last time they could, and it's up to Sky Blue to ramp up their gameplay. This is intercepted by Charm. Verky will put it downfield, but it's intercepted by Serenity. Still, you don't see a lot of the Sky Blue players push up with their teammates. They have been sitting in the back and just waiting on a solo play or something to capitalize on. But the Orange team, Relevant Esports, they are most definitely ready for it, and they will just use all that space to counter-attack.
Yeah, the problem with Sky Blue have at the moment is their rotation is too wide at times, and that leads to them losing pressure too easy, and then the Orange ILB Esports team is just so fast that they can easily capitalize of the free ball.
Exactly, and you can see that there's always one person on the Irrelevant Esports side that's always challenging the ball, always keeping that pressure up, and that's hard for Sky Blue to keep up. Now Serenity is looking to transition out of defense, couldn't get the touch, now here's Charm. And Verky is very quick there, realized that he made a missed touch. And Mackie, blocked by Serenity. He has 100 boost to work with. Goes for a dunk, couldn't quite get it. And now Irrelevant Esports is on defense. And they quickly transition out of it. Mackie has a shot, and he almost puts it in, and I was just off the post.
No follow-up there from Verky or VX. They were both just trying to scramble for some boost and took the same boost pad, leaving both of them stranded effectively.
There's Serenity, a bit of a panic touch, and he's just gonna give the ball possession away to Relevant Orange. But here's Charm. Try to look for that 1-2 with Serenity.
And there you could effectively see what the difference is in gameplay. VX just passed it out to his teammate who was waiting upfield for a pass, and on the exact counter, Serenity just went for a solo air dribble. I feel like Sky Blue definitely need to look what the main team are doing and try to implement it more into their game.
Oh, but here's Charm. He saw the orange side struggle with this mistouch from Maki, and Charm was just too quick on this and put it on the left side of the goal. They were not ready for it, and Sky Blue is still in the game.
Yeah, just one missed touch and one side flip as well. Uncontested area there. And it's all squared now again.
30. It's cleared by Daddy and Serenity. Maki will look to keep up this pressure. Daddy with a huge clear. Would that go in? Oh, that was just wide.
And Maki, I believe, was too far up, and Daddy saw that, tried to capitalize on, but just missed the goal there.
Yeah, it's still not comfortable for Irrelevant, I feel like. They definitely outspeed them, but it just takes that one mistake, one mistouch, and the Sky Blue team is right back into the game. Serenity puts it upfield. Verky did not have the boost to work with, and a bit of a battle in the corner between Charm and Maki. And Maki tried to get it over one. Rusty off the wall. And they are really trying to start up this attack again. Daddy will put this upfield, but Verky is there, very quick.
Oh, but missed the pass mid there. He was looking for Maki to put it home, but he missed his flick. Now Daddy.
Daddy tries to interfere with this ball. Try to relieve some of the pressure that they have been getting on defense. And Charm will try to put this home. Maki.
3-on-2
For the air
situation.
dribble. Gets the dunk, and a good demo coming in from Verky. Oh no, it was VX who demoed the last person, and that left the goal open.
Brilliant play from the Maki, baited out Serenity. He was always going for the dunk, and VX just head on for the demo, gets it, and great dunk as well to get it in. Now it's 2-0 for ILV Esports.
Looks like Sky Blue still cannot keep up with the demo and the physicality from Irrelevant. They have just been it's still a close game, but the physicality from Irrelevant Esports on the orange side, they still have that edge over Sky Blue, and they still aren't ready for it.
Yeah, Sky Blue, they've definitely in the second half of the game adapted a bit more to the speed of the ILV main roster. And you can see it there, they had a lot of pressure, but I feel like it was more of solo plays rather than the team passing plays. Like the only team passing play they did is when they capitalized off that goal from Charm.
Yes. Looks like they have to reverse sweep to prove themselves to be the better Irrelevant Esports roster. But looking at this, they could. It's been 1 goal difference games, so I could definitely see them coming back at least in 1 game. But we'll have to see how they step up their game in game 3, match point for Irrelevant Esports. Now here's VX. Dunks it into the middle. Daddy couldn't get the hit. Now off the backboard. Maki is looking for a demo, but Fergie puts this one home.
Just the whiff from Daddy there. Good rotation, and then both Daddy and Charm just too slow to the read. Maybe they didn't have the boost for it, but one of them had to commit for it. And Serenity in goal just stranded, no chance with that placement. 1-0.
Yes, and Irrelevant Esports, it doesn't look like they are slowing down. They want this 3-0 win. And there's a bit of hesitation going on, and that's a dangerous double commit. And a demo coming in, and it looks like the whole Irrelevant Esports Sky Blue roster is in shambles.
Double commit in the corner, and then Verky with the secure, let's just call it that.
2 goals in the first 30 seconds. Now Serenity is trying to equalize this, and Daddy couldn't quite get the shot on target. That bounced off the crossbar.
The placement was just off there. Like, good play from Serenity, keeping it close to him, flicking the defender, and then Daddy doing the right thing, putting it far corner, but just too far right, and it bounced out the net.
It was not enough. And now
Sky Blue still, they're here to play. They still prove that without attack. They are not about to like lose this without a fight.
Indeed. Now Serenity is trying to keep up that pressure again. Charm pierces one to the wall. Daddy passes it to Charm. Charm is looking for the midfield, and Serenity will put this one high. And it's still been it feels like Irrelevant Esports don't even care about Sky Blue's attacks. It feels like they just play their game. They know what they know what Sky Blue are capable of, but it just feels like Sky Blue is just being outclassed in this third game in every single aspect.
It looks like the Orange RLV team needed just the first 2 games to feel their opponent out and to see what works and what didn't, and now they're just pouncing on them.
Demo coming from Serenity, but I don't think that will help at all. And that's it. And VX throws it right back at him. He can do it as well, and that will get him the 4th goal of the game.
VX showing the difference between just a demolition and a very useful demolition there. Gets rid of Daddy, who is the last man in goal, and just squares it up for Verky, who will convert on it.
Now Verky with a dribble. Maki puts the shot off the wall. Serenity will clear one out. Has the double. Now tries to chase this with 0 boost. This ball goes high. Maki is quick to the ball. Goes for the double, and Serenity dribbles this out of their defense. Goes for this air dribble, gets it over 1. And that's a double commit from Irrelevant. Could be something Sky Blue could capitalize more on. And now a beautiful pinch from Maki. Pinching it in front of the goal, and VX was just ready for his and makes this the 5th goal for them in this third game.
Daddy just too eager to move up there. He needs to wait closer to the back wall to intercept that exact pinch, which isn't uncommon to see in those attacking situations. He's just a bit too impatient, and that cost them dear.
Looks like this could be over for Sky Blue, but you'll never know. Anything could happen. 2 minutes left.
VX again looking for a bump on Daddy.
And you just see they are just toying around with the Sky Blue team, bumping them around, getting into their head. Verky will try to read that one.
Verky waiting on the backboard, but now the demo comes out from Serenity, just completely gets rid of Rusty in defense. Easy as you like. and puts it in.
You can toy all you want, but Serenity doesn't like that, and he will demo your last man, and you get the goal back. It's gonna be a close 1.5 minute for Sky Blue, as they did to equalize this 4-goal deficit.
It's definitely possible. I mean, weirder things have happened in Rocket League. However, I feel like with how this game has been going, this is still very much ILV's game, the main roster's game.
Now Verky gets the flick too high. And Maki will slow this down. Fakes out one and gets the dunk, and VX will pick up the 6th goal for Irrelevant Esports.
The patience from Maki to not just smack it at the top corner, but actually go for a solo play and the musty flick dunk on Serenity. And Daddy is just in that like, I didn't see that coming.
Now Verky with 0 boost will grab the corner. And it feels at this point the Sky Blue has probably given up already the 5-goal deficit. But it could be if they score now, that could give them the momentum back. But that's highly unlikely.
And even then, 4-goal deficit in 30 seconds, that's just very improbable.
We're approaching the 30-second mark, and it looks like Irrelevant Esports have shown why they are on the main roster, and that they will stay the main roster.
I mean, it was a valiant effort from Sky Blue. In the first 2 games especially, those were both 1-goal games, both decided by just either a great play from the main roster in the second game with VX going for that demo, and in the first game by just an unfortunate mistouch. They can definitely keep their heads high as VX puts it in for the Brazil, just to meme on them.
And what a way to close off this game with a Brazil. Looks like Irrelevant Esports come up top with a 3-0 sweep. And the first 2 games, they were very close games. They just had that slight edge with the demos coming in at just the right times, and that's how they could get that 2-game lead.
And then especially in the third match where Sky Blue was looking to bounce back, in the first 30 seconds they're down 2 goals, 2 kickoffs. That must have been really demoralizing. Coming back from that is very difficult, and as you could see, they couldn't really recover from that initial setback.
Exactly. And now, if I recall correctly, then that means Irrelevant Esports, the main roster, they stay on top, right? No.
Yes, with that win, yes, the main roster of Irrelevant Esports, they go into the first spot in the division with a game difference of 9-1, so +8. Definitely very good.
That looks like a very strong team. And if I were Sky Blue, I wouldn't be devastated because of this, because they managed to bring in 2 very close games against a top tier team in Division 1. Let that be a lesson, and maybe they can get them back in playoffs, perhaps.
I mean, it's looking unlikely with them being 0-3 right now, but they can definitely anything could happen. They could look at the first 2 games where they did quite well against them and take the positives of that and maybe fix their comms a bit, because I feel like that was a lot of their problems. The comms broke under pressure, especially in that third game. They can definitely look back and find some very good plays, what they can build on. But yeah.
Alright, but with that said, that's gonna be the end of the stream. It was a very good series, regardless of the result. And I want to thank Mart for joining me today, and Curtsy for doing the broadcast, making the stream possible for you guys to watch. And I hope you all have a great evening.